Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Two Clicks from KO. As always, I am Aries Edge, and with me, the Dr. Dre to my Slim Shady, the West Coast OG himself, Aaron Cantu. How are you, man?
What up? What up? I like that one. That's
It's a good
nice.
one. It's a good one.
That's a good one. What's going on, man? Been a
Just chill.
while. I feel like
I feel like it's been a while too, but I don't think it's been that long. I think
it hasn't been. It's just been that busy. I
it's
think.
just been super busy, man. We got a lot of things going on in the personal life. We got a lot of events getting tossed around, a lot of information
Events.
tossed at us as well. I
Yeah.
mean, we had some previews. Everyone's been losing their minds about the Ultra Chase. Everyone's been losing their minds
Myself
about
included.
pre-releases. I mean, people are just losing their minds in general. People are
Uh-huh.
super happy or people are super upset. And it's just how apparently it always is in Hero Clicks.
Yeah, you can't please anyone. You know, it's funny. And I don't know. I think I mentioned this on our last podcast. Maybe I didn't. But it's funny because, like, I was talking with Zach Strong up in the Pacific Northwest via Messenger, and he was asking about like some older figures and things like that because he doesn't have a lot of them. He's looking to acquire some, and that was we were talking about Brother Voodoo, and I was like, Brother Voodoo is so good. He's so good, you know. And let's see if I pull. I might be able
Brother
to.
Voodoo was revolutionary. He was
He was, and I was telling him, he was like, really, it doesn't seem that good. I was like, think about it, what mind control used to be able to do, and he was like, oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. So
mm-hmm.
then, so then he messaged me the other day, and he was like, I'm glad to see things don't change. I'm like, what are you talking about? Let me see if I can pull this up. Uh,
Brother Voodoo was probably one of the best primes that first came out. He was nasty.
I don't know. There was talking. He was talking about. Okay, here it is. Boom! I found it. I'm gonna share the screen.
Jeez, I can only imagine.
Look at this comment here. I hate this figure. It encapsulates everything that is going completely wrong in the game design, and especially in the past year. I'm sorry, but there's no way the game's point system, those free microcontrol attacks combined with PC, are going for less than 100 on any other figure, unless of course it's an elusive prime that is guaranteed to push sales up, then it's totally fine. Is it really what we want this game to come to? I have no problem with them making my controllers do so. However, I expect my opponents to actually have to use up some of their team's build for this ability, not have it be super discounted because he spent a lot of money on this figure. Dude, this is 6 years ago, almost to
This,
the almost to the day, like 2 weeks, 2 weeks. Like, are you
it,
kidding me?
it sounds like someone just wrote that yesterday.
Right?
It's just legitimately sounds like someone just wrote that yesterday.
This is ridiculous. That's just it's the game, man. This is how this game's gonna be. It always has been. It always will be this way. And whatever.
It, it's just I don't know, man. And then I'll bring this up now too. PJ Bolin of all people
Oh,
lost
he went on a rant
lost
today.
his mind today
I don't know
and
what
went on a
happened.
huge rant. I'll tell you what happened. Somebody posted up and I even posted a response to it. They posted up this generic, uh, it's a pay to play, it's a pay to win. It's the same. I think PJ just had enough. He
Mm.
finally hit his breaking point of listening to the same old stale complaints of the quote unquote pay to win, and he just snapped and took the kilt off and just lost his mind.
That's funny. But
Absolutely, and I applaud him. Like what he said wasn't wrong. Like
I commented on there a little bit. It was fun.
people
Um,
just get blinders on and they just
uh,
whatever.
yeah, it's every set release, dude. Every set release, and like that guy even was talking about, oh, they pay a lot of money for this figure, and that old post was like, dude, Brother Voodoo, like at peak was like $20.
20, $25. He wasn't.
Yeah,
I mean, at the time, I guess, yeah, he was expensive for a prime, but like,
Not really, because like Super Rare Prime Hobgoblin was $35. That's a Super Rare
yeah,
Prime.
yeah, he was good too. I miss him. He was a cool
Yeah, yeah,
sculpt.
like a cool Pulse Wave.
Yeah, but again though, but I think it was also just the fact that I mean, you saw Brother Voodoo on I would probably say at least 50% of builds, maybe even more.
No, you didn't. Like
Oh no, you saw a lot of him, and then you saw Mole Man too.
when he won, yeah. But that's not because of him. That's because Ghost Rider, and that's because all
Yes.
this other stuff. It like he's really good. I won my first rock with him. The first rock I won, I played him. But I played him since pretty much when he released. I played
Oh yeah.
him in the very first rock back in 2013, the first West Coast rock that had like 100 something guys. Got third place. It was and my team was a mystical team. Him, Blue Beetle, Enchantress, Scarlet Witch, Astral Strange, uh,
Astral Strange.
Bat Belt on Blue Beetle. And the guy that ended up winning, Patrick Booth from Las Vegas, he ran almost exactly the same team except he played Lucy Lane, Superwoman,
Oh,
instead of possibly Brother Voodoo. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I think it was Brother Voodoo. But dude, Brother Voodoo is a great piece. Been able to watch this multiple times, and it was like found like yeah he's good, but you know
he's not like the end all be all. So you brought something up that was very pivotal. We did get some information this week as well
yeah.
about the Rock. The
Oh yeah.
Rock will the Rock the new Rock Cup, or excuse me, this year's Rock Cup will
Oh
be taking
yes.
place in July. But we also found out a little tidbit of information going forward for next year.
Next year.
Next year in 2020, we will have an April Rock Cup on the East Coast. And then the question that was dropped on our page by none other than Zach Strong was, what are your thoughts on the announcement that Rocktober will happen in the West next year? I'll leave that open for you to go ahead and jump on first.
Well, I mean, of course, I'm happy about that. You know, like it's hard for me to not be happy about that. Um, that being said, it doesn't sound like it's going to be anywhere near me. So I'd still have to travel to go to it, like pretty far. So like you know, I have mixed emotions about that right now. Um, like not jealous that I'm not running it. I don't. It's less for me to worry about.
But you guys have the
But we
opportunity,
have
though, to
something.
rotate
Yeah.
it around on the West a little more, though. Maybe,
Yeah.
it's in the Pacific
Yeah.
Northwest. Maybe it's in,
Yeah.
SoCal
No.
one
Yeah. No.
year.
Because the Rock chooses where it will be. The
Mhm.
Rock slash WizKid. So it's like it's not as simple as me going, "Hey Chip, I'm gonna run it this year, okay?" Oh yeah, all right, no problem, dude. Yeah, it doesn't work
Well,
that
no,
way.
it would be like the Olympics. You guys are gonna have to, like, throw your bids in. East
Yeah,
Coast, though, I'm never gonna get it in New England. It's gonna be at Lucky Dice in Alabama every single time,
yeah.
which is still a very good.
Which
It's
is
still a
about
very good
as
trip for me.
far as it would be for me to go to the West one. From
But you guys might have the potential of putting bids in and having it bounce around on the West Coast a little more
we'll
than
have
I
to
would say on the East Coast.
we'll have to see attendance. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, Vegas, let's do Vegas," and like even like Dan Powell was commenting because that's an easy flight for him, right? But the thing is, from what I understand, is it's attendance based, and to be frank, Vegas when it comes to big competitive events doesn't have the numbers
No.
like
Plus,
outside
it's
of
hot
sealed.
as shit there too.
Yeah, but you're
Like,
inside.
oh, but still though, ugh,
No, it's not bad, dude. You're
ugh.
inside. You're inside. It's hot here.
I've
It's
been
hot.
to Vegas.
It's
Ugh,
hot where I live.
ugh.
There's only about 5 degree difference from Fresno and Vegas. Did you know
The
that?
dry heat though doesn't
It-
matter. It's still hot.
It's still hot. Like when it's 116, it's hot.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah,
So
like we're going back to what you said though. Yeah, there's not a huge. I don't think there's a humongous
yeah.
play base in Vegas. Yes, sure, it's
No,
a
there is. There is actually. That's the thing. So
really
like Maximum Comics between they has 3 stores. Between their 3 stores, they have like over 100 players.
wow.
But
So
for whatever reason, they don't play rock. They don't, you know.
I was gonna say that was my next question. Then why don't we ever hear about it? Do they just play in their little groups and like they never really venture?
Yeah, it's just like every other community, man. There's little pocket groups, and for I don't want to overspeak on this because I don't know
No, I know what you're
the
saying.
full dynamic, but I just historically, whenever there's been rock in Vegas, it hasn't had good turnouts.
Hmm.
Like good turnouts, I'll say.
No, I got what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
Uh,
Interesting. Interesting.
and for those not watching, those were air quotes.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, because some people don't watch the videos.
um. So yeah. So for right now, this is why I think it will be in the Pacific Northwest. They have the larger turnouts for their WKOs. They're running a regional this weekend at Gongai Games, I believe.
Yeah, it's the lupus event.
The lupus charity event.
Absolutely. I think it's awesome.
Yep, my mom has lupus, so that's like that's cool. It's a great cause.
Yep.
Fun. So I imagine they'll have 30-ish players. I know their WizKids Opens get good numbers. They're always every set release they do a win a case, and those usually get good numbers. So and they whatever drama they do have, it's not like super public, which is also helpful, I think. So hey, that's awesome. Like I think it's awesome that they're getting an event because it is and it's not. The one bad thing I'll say about it is it's kind of like the squeaky wheel gets the grease kind of thing. Because
Hmm.
they for the last year they talked about like, oh, we don't get anything and then and so it's like, oh, so now, some people, I don't see it this way, but some, because I think they earned it, I think they deserve it. But some people will see it as, well, they pissed and moaned and they finally got an event. They ruined it for us. It's not, we don't get Rocktober anymore. Like that's how it's going to be. But like we said, people either love it or hate it in this game. So,
Well, that's what it is. Well, that will segue that into kind of one of our other questions, and we had from, because you mentioned the quote unquote drama, and then so this is another question from Jeff Bozeman on our page, as heard on another podcast. What are your opinions on any schism that you feel may exist within our HeroClix community, and what could possibly be done to quell any bad vibes and allow for us to come together as an all-inclusive community? So, my opinion on this
yeah, I'm
is
interested.
it's a competitive. All right, this is a competitive scene. I feel like we are pretty inclusive about um just the game in general, but you're not going to squash all the beefs that are in this game. It's like It's like any sport. The Yankees are always going to hate the Red Sox. The Cowboys are always going to hate the Redskins. You're going to have
Michael Crabtree and Aqib Talib will always get in
they
fistfights.
will all. Well, if Aqib Talib keeps grabbing his chain and pulling it off, I'd smack him in his mouth too. But
My
that's
grandmama gave me that chain.
exactly my bike, man, the Land Cruiser. Now we're talking about Friday, but you're not like it's okay to not like people in this game.
Yes.
People think that everyone gets a trophy. We should all be high-fiving and lovey-dovey. No, it is okay to have different opinions in people in this game. It is okay to not like people in this game. It's not okay though when you take things to a different level and I already talked about this on the YouTube page when we did the live video. When you are disrespectful or you bully people or whatever that is. And it's comical when other people who talk about respect levels to other people when they kind of have a hard time doing that
Yeah.
themselves and they don't know when people are actually joking. So it's interesting to see certain things that happen in the community.
Yeah, like my thoughts are this, and I don't know. We don't get real political on this podcast, but
No.
I'll just say this as like an example. It's like if someone doesn't like a group of people and they don't like it for just for a superficial reason, whether it be a guy's racist or he just doesn't like poor people or whatever. It's like that's crappy, right? We agree
Mhm.
that's crappy. I don't get to tell him that he has to like those people. That's not how this
No.
works. It's like I don't have to like certain people. Okay, I've met in this game. I've met like 4 people I genuinely dislike. Like, not that I don't like them, I dislike them. Okay, there's people I don't like, but I'm neutral, and there's a lot of people I do like. But there's like, I don't have to like those people, but I also don't have to be a dick to them. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's like I think people confuse like all this thing. It's like we don't have to sing "Kumbaya" by a campfire and be best friends. Like PJ and I are a good example. We think about the game very differently about as far as like the way it should be played, team builds, and things like that. Like we agree certain things are good, right? Everybody does, but like just the way we approach the game isn't necessarily the same, and we don't see eye to eye about that a lot. But PJ and I get along great.
Yeah.
You know, we're allowed to have disagreements. People are allowed to have disagreements. They're allowed to, and if people don't like each other, they're allowed to not like each other. You know,
Yes.
there's people that I don't like that do come to my events. My bigger events, not my local ones.
No.
And it's like I don't treat them any differently than, well, I don't say I don't like, but it's like I'm not friends with them, right? I have friends come, and I have people that I are not friends with come, and I don't treat anybody any differently. You know what I
You have
mean? So
friends
it's
and
like,
acquaintances, people that you
yeah,
know of but you don't like,
yeah,
dislike.
yeah. So I don't know. I don't. I think what it really comes down to is just like a maturity level, and like being intelligent enough to understand that people have their own opinions, and that's not ever going to change. And sometimes, yeah, you can have a discussion, and things will go cool. And sometimes somebody will be unreasonable, and at that point, it's like, okay, well, we'll just not have this discussion.
Exactly.
It's not
People,
that. That's not hard.
it's okay to have different opinions. It's not okay to then try and smash your opinions onto them and force them to want to have the
Yeah.
same opinions as you. And again, there are people that I've had disagreements with on the pages and things like that, and then I've met them in person and things were fine. Like I don't like it is what it is. Like this is a game first and foremost. That's what it boils down to.
Yeah.
And like I feel like the game is pretty inclusive. Like there's like I don't think I've ever heard of anybody publicly saying I don't want so and so to come to my qualifier or regional or WizKids Open. We're all pretty very inclusive. So I mean, do are there things going on in the East Coast where sometimes someone does something that may not sit well with a lot of players? Sure. Uh, are there little squabbles in the Pacific Northwest, in California, in southeastern United States? Sure, everyone has
Mhm.
their rivalries and things like that, but it doesn't mean that necessarily like it's bad for this game.
Yeah, to a degree, it's good because, like, and we've talked about this before. The West Coast real major involvement in competitive play was all spurred by like a half joke that George Masu made on a different live video a long time ago. Oh, nobody from the West will ever win,
Yep.
and, and all that stuff. And like what happened? we we built a circuit. Pat started going all over the ROC started. Pat started playing all over the place. And next thing you know, West Coast is like, at a certain point in time was the best, uh, most competitive place. Like
Hmm.
that's so it's like, I think like there's there's a difference between like rivalry and like disdain. And
Yes.
it's like I don't think like disdain is good for the game. I don't think um, like disagreeing with people is necessarily bad.
No. All right, let's put it this way. Let me put it to you this way. We've got baseball, okay? We've got the Tampa Bay Devil Rays are playing the Cincinnati Reds, and you've got the Red Sox playing the Yankees. Which game are you turning into?
Yankees, Red Sox.
You're watching Yankees Red Sox because you know both teams have a rivalry and they don't like each other, and it's going to be heated and it's going to be fun to watch. That's the same thing in HeroClix. It's the same thing in HeroClix. You're gonna watch. Oh, I'm gonna go watch my buddy play this guy, or am I gonna go watch Lane Miller sit across the table from Easton Brock? I'm gonna go watch that because those two guys are gonna play each other hard, and you know that it's going to be. There may be a little bit of awkwardness involved in it because they're both gonna try really hard to want to beat the other person badly on the map. Because there's that rivalry, and I got to see it this year at Worlds, where Easton played Lane, and it was. Mwah! It was magnificent to watch.
Was it intense?
Literally watching Jay Stockton run from table to table to table to table to table, watching Easton play Lane, and then coming back to watch Tyler play Matt, and just getting the play-by-play as he came ping-ponging back forth. I mean, that's good for the game. Rivalry is good for the game.
Yeah. I think that like the more accurate thing, like I like to watch like Matty G play certain people because he gets all fired up. You know what I mean? And
I mean, I would have played Matty G at Worlds, but he didn't
qualify
to the same tables as me. So I'm just saying the guys on another particular podcast still haven't cashed in on that too. I'm just saying, just tossing that out there. Tossing that out there. I still won that.
All right. So I guess just to wrap it up, I don't think anything changes. I think the game, like it's a far cry away from where it used to be, as far as like people not liking each other or being assholes to each other and things like that. But I think
that's always going to exist in any community. There's always going to be bitter people, no matter what you do. There's always going to be that handful of jerks that no matter what you do to try and help them along, they just enjoy being jerks. Period. Christian Bogan wants to know, how do we feel about Endgame?
Like it was the Endgame.
That's it. How do you feel about Endgame?
It was entertaining. Okay. I don't want to give spoilers.
We're outside the spoilers.
I understand, but my daughter hasn't seen it yet.
That's just tough. That's tough. That's tough noogies for her.
All right, well, fuck it.
She probably can't hear you. You're fine.
She's on
Again, we're gonna say this right
she's
now.
A teenage
if you haven't seen Endgame and we're gonna talk about it,
come back in like 10 minutes.
It's been out for over a month, I think now, or something. So get on it.
So I think like it was interesting. It was fun. It was a fun thing. I kind of felt in some parts kind of like I did watching Thor Ragnarok, where it was like more just like fun than like story driven. So it was like this weird mixture. Like it starts like trying to be story driven, and then it gets like really kind of comedic in the middle, and then there's like this action at the end, and all of those things are things I like. I don't think they necessarily ordered them very well or splashed them in the right amounts as far as like that kind of stuff goes. But I think overall, I mean, it was a good wrap up to a long drawn out series. Better than Game of Thrones. Jesus Christ.
We're not even gonna go there. We're not even gonna touch that today. But no, I thought it was a very the characters that we've grown to love for the last 10 years or so, 11 years. I think they got the send off that they all deserved.
Here's the real question. Did you cry?
Yes, I did. When
what part? Because
there's a good handful. Like people are probably like, there's some people that probably teared up when Tony, not Tony, when Widow died. I was okay with that.
I was okay. What got me was I Love You 3000.
Mine was when little girl wanted cheeseburgers.
Okay, yeah, same thing.
That got me because that's the first thing that Tony Stark wanted when he came out of the cave, cheeseburgers.
Yeah,
And then Happy even like was like,
I
"Your
yeah
dad likes cheeseburgers."
yeah. John Favreau is fantastic.
What did Pepper say to
Uh,
Tony? It's you can rest now or
yeah,
something.
yeah, you can
That
rest now.
one.
No, see, I was good there. What got me was just thinking about his kid, because like that stuff my son says to me. He's 6. He's like, I love you 1,000 more than you love me, or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
things that he says like that. And so like, I love you 3,000. I was like, ugh. And my
Oh,
son's sitting right there next to me, and
I got
he's
something
kind
in
of
my eye.
he's like choking up, and I'm like, oh, geez, like it was fun though.
Yo,
It was,
having a kid's a whole different ballgame. Yo, I cried during Wally.
oh yeah,
I
I
brought
didn't
my kid
cry,
to
but Wally was
yep,
good.
Wally out there holding that umbrella for Eva. Got me right in the fields, bro. But no, so I think like a lot of the characters they finally made amends for things. It was cool. Like the comedic part was like watching how everyone adapted to life after the snap.
Yeah.
And the Thor angle, I'll just leave it at that, was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, there was a lot of
Like
cool stuff like
move out of the
the
way, Lebowski.
yeah. There was a lot of cool stuff like the homage that Cap did to Sam, right?
Hmm.
Post snap. It's like he took over kind of like the therapy thing. It was cool. What's his face? One of the directors was in the movie as
Hmm.
is that group. Matthew Berry, for you fantasy football nerds, it was in the movie. I don't know if a lot of people caught that.
Where was he?
He was in the scene with Alexander Pierce, and
Yes.
he was a shield suit, just a
Yes.
suit. Yeah.
That
So
was a good part too when Cap gives the old Hail Hydra.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was like,
That was
oh,
cool.
so awesome. And then when he realized when he's fighting
That's
himself,
a
when
nod to
he's
Secret Empire, right? Like that's
absolutely, and
yeah.
then when he's fighting himself and he gives the cheesy line, he's like, yeah, yeah, I know. It's like that final turning point
I
where he
could do this all
realizes
day. Yeah,
like how cheesy he was all over the years.
yeah.
That is America's ass, by the way.
I mean, see, I don't know. Have you seen the meme of Captain Marvel and Spider Man? Oh,
Send it to me. Send it to me.
I
I
have to send it
maybe
to you.
maybe I don't know.
It's like expectation versus reality, and
Yes, I've
it
seen
has
that one.
yeah.
Yes.
Listen, oh my
I
god.
get so many memes throughout the day and
Yeah.
all the chats that I'm in. Good lord.
Anyway,
Endgame, it was solid. I'm looking for it.
I didn't need a second watch though. Like in theater, I'll watch it multiple times when it comes out.
Oh yeah, I don't need to go
But
see it.
I didn't like I don't need a second watch in theater.
No,
Actually, we made it through the whole movie. My son only had to go to the bathroom like at the very end.
that's good.
So yeah,
I was upset no cutscene though. That kind of
yeah. There was like not a cutscene, but there was like the tank, tank, tank at the end.
hmm.
That's cool. I'll just where do you speculate they're going? What this after with Phase 4?
Okay.
Obviously, there's like a space element and there's a ground element, right? So there's
Okay,
like
well, have you seen the new trailer for Spider-Man?
yes,
So you know there's a multiverse.
yes. I think Secret Wars.
Okay, so we have the multiverse. I think we're going to. All right, what was one of the other big things that you picked up from the beginning of Endgame
The
when
beginning.
Scarlet Witch, not Scarlet Witch, when Black Widow is having her meeting with all the
Uh,
empires,
uh.
the earthquake in the ocean.
Oh yeah,
Namor is coming, and I'm
yeah.
pretty sure the first time he ever steps on foot is when he challenges Wakanda. So I think we're going to get that. We're going to get the Atlanteans
Yep.
challenging Wakanda. So Namor is coming. Also, I'm pretty sure there was one of the scenes when, oh god, I think it was in one of the Captain America movies when it's showing you all like the high level targets. You
Yeah,
can catch it quickly. There is a target that's just in the middle of the ocean, so they
yeah, yeah,
know Namor does exist.
yeah.
So I'm gonna guess that they're gonna introduce Namor, the multiverse. We're gonna get that's probably how they're going to merge Fox into this. That's how they're going to merge the mutants, because before they were gifted, now we'll get the mutants. Fantastic Four will probably come through the multiverse as well in some capacity. But again, I don't know if they'll do Secret Wars because they've already kind of established themselves as the Skrulls being good guys.
No, Secret Wars is that you're thinking Secret Invasion.
No, I mean Secret Invasion, yes.
Secret Wars is like a multi-universe crossover event.
Yeah. I don't know, man. To be honest,
that all ties into like Madam Web and all that, and she's kind of like has to do with the multiverse and the thing is like Amazing Spider-Man 2 something.
Yeah.
I just got that book actually.
What I would love is I would love to see them cast Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield to come back as a Spider-Man. Or even better is you have Nicolas Cage show up as Spider-Man Noir because he's already Spider-Man Noir.
Yeah.
Which would be cool to see a live action. He didn't do too well in the old Ghost Rider though, so I don't know.
Yeah, Ghost Rider's not MCU though.
Well, no,
I mean none of that is. I guess
he didn't do good, so that's why. I mean, they could take it anywhere. Yeah. They could take it anywhere.
Annihilation.
Also, I think the AVX was rumored too.
Yeah, I don't think you'll do AVX. Annihilation, I think, is more probable than AVX.
I mean, that's not. I mean, well, all right. So who's still kicking around that we haven't? Adam Warlock is still out there. Quasar's been announced. Beta Ray Bill's been announced.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still a lot of loose ends we have kind of floating around out there right now. So I don't know. We're gonna get the Black Widow movie as well.
I think if you're doing Quasar and Beta Ray Bill, it actually makes a lot of sense to do like Annihilation because they're heavily tied into those storylines. So, anyway.
Yep, and then Adam Warlock can also segue his way right into this as well.
Super into movies, not much about clicks.
Yes,
let's move on.
Which is it's leading us into our next one, because it's Jason. Oh man, Labendieri. I think that's how you say it.
Labendiera.
There we go. Okay,
it's one of my locals.
What's your guys' hot take on the new Ultra Chase Thanos?
Well, for me, it's a must-have, but
he's trash.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, like I said, so probably my two favorite story arcs in comics are Kingdom Come and Annihilation. And this Thanos is straight out of Annihilation. And like even they use the cover art for Annihilation #4 as a significant appearance, but put some other ridiculous book that has nothing to do with what he looks like. And probably has to do with the Ego Gem. I haven't read that book, but
probably I think so.
Because the Ego Gem that I recall has nothing to do with Annihilation. So
yeah,
I gotta have it. I think he's decently playable as well. I don't think he's like overpowered, but it looks badass.
He looks amazing. Having Screet with him is amazing. I don't like using the word meta. As you can tell, I haven't used it a lot.
We say competitive play.
That's what I say. Is he a competitive piece? Yes. But he's going to need a lot of help to get him there. He doesn't have move and attack, really, which in this day and age kind of hurts him. So he's going to need someone to move him around a little bit. Sure, he can have super high stats. He's got the Ego Gem already on him, so he's getting that. He's already got Screet perplexing him up as well. He's got that. Yeah. But we do have some things in the game that can halt that. Someone playing a 50-point Mr. Terrific. The rule of 3 is now the rule of 1. There are some things that can shut him down. I think he is playable. I think he can be competitive, and just the fact that he can be competitive, he comes with the Ego Gem, and it's Thanos. People are going to lose their mind, and he's probably going to be the most expensive Ultra Chase we've seen to date.
Yeah, I mean, Deadpool was previously, right?
I think Deadpool still is, actually. because even Captain Marvel has fallen down. I've seen Captain Marvel going for
Well,
like
okay.
120.
Assuming Thanos will be more than Deadpool. It was
Yes,
Deadpool, right?
I think Deadpool. I still see him pulling 140, 150, 160 some
Sure.
places.
Yeah.
I think that
Yeah.
he's gonna go for just completely astronomical money when he first comes out.
Yeah.
I think he'll probably eventually settle down probably around like that
Three.
high that I would say even less than that, 250 maybe.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think here's the thing when you think about what makes figures desirable, right? There's a few things.
mm,
Character,
yep,
story, right?
playability.
Playability. And then rarity. So
Yes.
four things, right? So Annihilation's a good story. It's kind of like underrated, and there's a lot of people that don't really know about it. It's a good story. Thanos is a desirable character. Always.
That's one.
Thanos is generally like the super Thanos from Battleworld is like not super good, and he's like $15.
Yeah. And
And
then you
and
have the
that and
com
and and that's a set where like there's really cheap super rares.
yeah, and then you have the common prime which pulls in more than
25.
some super rares.
Yeah, 25 somewhere in
Yeah.
that range. Okay. So you have that. And then like take a look at like Venom Hulk, right? Venom Hulk's a good example.
Yep.
And I should have talked about this in my article that dropped today, but I didn't. But Venom Hulk is a figure that it's a chase, right? So it's hard to
Yep.
get. It's from a set that people didn't really want to buy. What if, right? There's only like three figures in there besides chases that are really worthwhile, right? Like Cosmic Spider-Man,
Well,
Goblin King, and Peace Machine.
Peace Machine. I mean, yeah, there's a handful. There's probably like
But let's say for
five.
playability wise, right?
Yes.
There's three figures that really see play. Venom Hulk still sells for $80 to $100.
Yeah, he's still pulling in cash.
He's won maybe two events in the entire time he's a modern age.
Hmm.
And it took like the Captain Venom and Venomverse trait to make him playable, right?
Yeah,
Why is he so much? There's
because it's
chases
Venom and it's
there's
Hulk.
chases that are $25, you know.
Hmm.
But you said it, it's Venom and it's Hulk. And it's a chase. So
Yeah,
this set, I'm guessing, because it's one of the best sets since War of Light, I'll say, if not the best since War of Light. And
mm,
I mean, it's debatable. Obviously, anything is, but it's up there. They have collector, you have the gems. Like as far as like just general all around desirability, there's a lot to want in this set. And there's chases with objects like Mighty Thor had. Granted, it doesn't have the super boosters, but uh,
yes,
but
that's where I would have placed it in, probably right around Mighty Thor.
so it's on that scale, right?
Yes.
This is an ultra chase that has an equipment, so equipment automatically makes it more desirable. It's a character that a lot of people really love, especially with all these movies that had come out,
Hmm.
and it's pretty good. So I could see this if Venom Hulk's at 100, uh, Unicorn Deadpool was like 200. I could see this sitting like for a long time. I mean, Unipool settled around 160 for a while.
Yeah,
I could see this being 280, 300 for a while.
I could see it
Eventually
coming out
dropping.
and being high. I could see it settling downwards in a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, and just like with anything else, as soon as the next set comes out, there'll be something else to go after. So
No, I mean, and then if somebody wins something with him,
yeah, that's when it goes crazy, right?
that will even shoot it up. So that's the thing too, though, is that we make the prices. Like people always complain about the secondary market and this and that. Like no one sets the prices for this stuff besides us. We
Yeah.
dictate the secondary market.
Yeah.
So if you want to complain that like
If we all made a
Captain
gentleman's
Venom,
agreement to not pay over $100, you'd pay $100 for it. But that's not going to happen because there's gonna it's competition, right? It's like
capitalism.
Aries wants it. He'll pay $100. I'll pay 105.
Yep.
Just
And
don't
then
tell any.
okay,
Just don't
maybe I
tell
squeeze
anybody.
110. You know, that's look. I
Yeah.
mean, think about it this way: Venom Cap is selling for more than the Captain Marvel Ultra Chase,
Because
consistently
it's
selling
Captain
more,
America and it's Venom and it's playable.
and it's playable. That's
Yeah.
the big thing, especially with that trait that makes monsters a named theme team, basically.
Yeah.
That makes them super playable. So the price point is going to be set on what we set it at. And if somebody wins a few events with this Thanos, I could see it jumping back up. And if he is played and then people realize, okay, maybe he isn't as competitive as we thought he was with the other things post rotation that are out there, maybe he drops a little bit, but I still don't see it happening.
I
I
could
don't.
I could see someone. I wouldn't do this, but because I followed through on my pre-orders, but I could see that someone not buying anything from this set, no boosters, no nothing. I'm just saying, normally I buy 2 cases. Let's
Mhm.
as an example, 2 cases, what, $400?
Yep.
I really want Thanos. I'll just buy Thanos,
Yep.
and then the rest I can trade for,
I can
or
just trade
whatever.
and just hopefully get a common uncommon rare set for, for a
Yeah.
decent price and then just cherry pick out a few, this, that, the other thing.
Yep. I could see that happening.
Yeah. What also I have to bring this up. This has been driving me nuts. I have to bring it up that we're talking about rarities and things like that. People are losing their minds complaining about the distribution of items in this set just by one unboxing from Scott Porter. Can I just stop for a
There's what,
second
two two in the brick?
and point out that it's the same exact number? If you take away the chase objects and stuff, it's the same distribution that we just had in Earth X. You got 3 rares, you got 3 super rare objects.
Mhm.
They just added on 4 extra objects in the chase slots for you, and they added on an ultra chase object.
Yeah.
When you break it down, it's 3 in the rare, it's 3 in the super rare. We just saw this.
But I think they're more complaining because it was 2 in 1 brick and that was it. Whereas like Earth X, it was 3 generally. Not
It that depended on what brick you got, because I saw some that would get cracked and you would get 2, and then the other one you would get 3. So I mean, it's
Crazy.
still the same breakdown. I think people are just wanting them more. So they're expecting to get like 4 in a brick or something.
I don't know. I got a pretty bad brick in Earth X or case, but in 1 brick it was the symbiote, the Spider-Man one, and then the Beetle Pod. And
Okay,
then
that's
and then the other brick was the other rare one.
the
And that
Spider
was it.
Slayer.
So I got 4 only out of that.
Okay, so you got
Because I
66%.
right, because I traded for Green Goblin and Octopus.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's about right. It was 4. It was 2
So
and 2.
yeah, so I mean, when you think about it realistically, it's the same exact number of if you take away the
Yeah.
chase objects, it's the same distribution that we just got in Earth X. I
And
understand
and
people
from
want it more because it's the gems,
yeah.
but it's the same distribution. It's the same breakdown. 3 and
And
3.
from what we've seen so far, to me, well, no, that's not true. Because Eternal's chase was kind of doo-doo. But like, I'd almost be okay with pulling Black Panther over one of the chases with the object because that Black Panther's really good.
That Black Panther is gonna get people are gonna sleep on that Black Panther.
I mean, for me,
That
I
one of the
really
best.
like. Go ahead.
That might be one of the most. That might be one of the best, most playable figures in the set.
Yeah,
In my
for,
opinion.
it's up there. For me, I like getting the objects and extra stuff. Like as far as that goes, like I have almost every ID card. I'm missing like 3. And like special equipment, I have almost all of them. Except for the chain.
I have to have equipment. I have to have
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So it's
because you
like,
never know when you might need shape change or
yeah,
multiple shape changes or something
yeah.
like. I
You
have
never
to
know. You never know when you need to add America's ass to your team.
need to.
You know what, dude? I'm gonna paint my beetle pod as Captain America's.
That's America's ass right
It's
there.
America's ass.
Gives me toughness and it gives me like a +2 to my movement because it's America's ass.
That's right.
Jesus Christ.
Oh gosh. All right, let's move
What
on.
are we
Next question.
doing? But yeah, so like I said, same distribution.
Yeah.
I get, but this is the thing though too. So this is the added bonus to what we get in this set though. Too, in the other set, in Earth X, you got the Beetle Pod, you got the glider, this and that. So you have to equip those if you're not going to use them with the characters they come from.
Mm-hmm.
In this set, the 6 characters that come with the gems can obviously use them and equip them, but we also have this whole other section of figures that you can also equip these gems to, which is awesome. So they're giving you more options to already auto start with these gems, and that's fantastic. That's a great addition to the set.
Even in the common slot. There's some.
Absolutely. What did we see? We saw there was a Black
the first
Widow.
one, the very
Black
first
Widow
figure.
has one.
Yeah. That's cool. All right, we gotta move on. Next question.
I'm trying to think. I don't think we have. I think one of my locals asked me Supreme or Crown Pizza, which you're not gonna get.
No, you can answer.
I mean, it's either or. Depends on what kind of pizza you want. They're both very good. Supreme, literally, I can throw my slipper right now and hit Supreme Pizza. That's how far away it is from my house.
Right.
The other one, Brian Poling, I'm going to ask the question. You asked it. We're going to throw it up here. Why is Scott Crampton so wrong about basically every clicks he reviews?
Well, because Isaac built all of his teams.
Because
he doesn't need to know anything because Isaac knows it all.
That's good. Okay, I'll play that. Thank you.
Yeah, Isaac knows it all. Scott doesn't need to know anything.
Nope. He just needs to know how to pilot. He's a great pilot, not a builder. Good pilot. Matty G. He's like the Matty G.
He's a Matty G of 4 Points Gaming.
Yeah. He's great pilot. Doesn't build his own stuff.
I think that's fair.
Absolutely. That's all the questions that we got this week, man.
All right.
Well, that's all that I saw.
There were a couple events. I think 2 regionals and a qualifier this last weekend. Booton, New Jersey?
I do believe.
How do you say it? How do you say that? I'm not
Booton.
from there. I can't say it.
Booton, New Jersey.
Booton, New Jersey.
Yep. Brad Wilson holding it down for pushing.
Okay.
He won just with a boring ass Hawkeye team.
And it happens.
It does, but you gotta let the Wookiee win every once in a while. So
we had there was a regional in Texas, Tejas.
There was 34 people, I think, were there.
34 players.
Was that the Captain Marvel team that won?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yes. Caleb Reddick, I believe.
Yeah.
Won. So shout out to Caleb with his Captain Marvel. It's kind of like a Don't Die. It's a Star Fox Captain Marvel team.
I think it was. Yeah, everything just comes back.
Yeah, it comes back. I played Captain Marvel recently. Play testing with I won't say because I don't know if he wants me to say. Play testing with a player for Nationals. And I played Captain Marvel, and yeah, that figures. It's kind of disgusting if you.
We talked about it when it came out, and we said that there is potential for it to have some competitive play, especially after rotation. It's that one that's going to get slept on.
That figure can realistically waste 20 minutes of the game, like perfectly legally, like not stalling.
Just trying to bring everything back.
If you're really aggressive with that figure, right, and you can get some kills early, and then they kill it. It's like if you have it's 3 turns before he comes back. If you
Mm-hmm.
have 3 5-minute turns, right? Because you have other stuff to do.
Yeah,
Uh,
absolutely.
and then there's a fourth turn, or when he comes back that nobody can attack.
Yeah, everything comes back, and you're just basically. It's like the start of the game again. It's like each team has like that first turn immunity now, where you're jockeying and no one can attack anything.
Yeah,
It's
it's really crazy. That's really crazy. So yeah, I played a don't die team with him.
yeah.
Um, it worked all right. Some couple things I could do differently, but it's cool. It was kind of not a mirror match, but his team was also hard to kill, and so
Oh.
it was grindy. That was a matchup that would go to time for sure in tournament play. But yeah, that one, Easton Brock won Lucky Dice with a Black
Yep.
Adam team. Did you see that?
Right now, George. Right now, George Massow is high fiving the screen, or he's
Oh yeah,
high fiving himself,
yeah.
just because of how awesome.
It's funny
Uh,
because Easton told me, he's like, I think Black Adam's meta, and I was like, really? I don't know. I might be
Black
wrong
Adam.
about that one. I might be wrong about that one,
I
but
think
we'll
someone
see.
else played Black Adam too. Someone else played a Black Adam team
PJ
recently.
PJ won the Rock Online with it, I believe.
That might have been it. Yes.
Yeah, mystical theme. Uh,
Mystical ain't nothing to sleep on, man. Especially with the
you
Tri
got
Sentinels and stuff.
Tricentennial,
Alex
Alex
Wilder is
Wilder.
good.
You've got Black Adam. You've got Daredevil, I believe, was on
Didn't
the team.
didn't somebody just win with a ruler team too, with a Starro team?
Oh yeah, Eternal, right?
Yes.
Eternal had their regional.
And
Devin
Starro.
Devin Devin Owens won.
Yeah.
He's on a roll, man. He's kicking butt this year.
Devins didn't he also win the Western New York
Yep.
State Championship?
Yes, sir.
Played Jay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Devin. Yeah, there's a lot of guys who are coming up, man, playing some unique stuff. But yeah, I could have.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
It was
I could have sworn I
Devin and
saw
Jay
Starro win.
Jay Major. It was Devin and Jay Major
It
Eternal.
was
And Jay
it was
played.
Starro Grandmaster
Hmm.
versus Shredders.
Yep. It's a tough matchup. That's a tough matchup.
Which it
Uh,
wasn't also. Didn't he have Magog on the team too? Isn't it called like Grand Gog
uh
or something?
two Mangogs.
That's what it was. And then a
I
Starro.
think it's two Mangog. Or no, you couldn't play one Mangog. I'm thinking
Yes.
Surtur. It was Mangog and Groot, like a couple Groots or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't.
Regardless.
I couldn't pull it up. I
Grandmaster and
can't find
Starro.
it. But yeah,
Cool,
it's a
cool
good
team build.
full team. Yeah, you make figures fight each other and then you just retaliate and decimate their team.
I'm telling you, I like that new Shade the Changing girl too, where if she
Yeah.
rolls her shape change, she can make you attack your friendly character.
Mhm.
I like that. That's cool.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff. Yeah,
She was
there's
on
a
a
lot.
couple. She was on a couple of those top 8 teams too. Shade the Changing.
Yeah.
A lot of cool stuff, man. A lot of cool stuff. It's
Gonna
shaking
get
things
cooler
up
too.
now, and once rotates, whew,
So pre-releases start tomorrow, and the
or
Rock.
Monday if you're certain people.
Yeah, sure. Pre-releases started 2 days ago. No.
People just losing their
So
mind.
so so it's Tuesday the 21st. Pre-releases are supposed to begin.
The 20,
Wednesday the
22nd,
second.
excuse me.
And so pre-releases begin tomorrow, and the Rock Online Winamap this Friday will, under special circumstance,
Mm-hmm.
you legalize marijuana. No, Black Panther and Illuminati.
Yes, you're on the West Coast, man.
It's legal here, buddy.
Colorado's losing their minds.
Yeah, dude, yeah,
Shrooms,
they're shooting
and everything's
they're
legal
shooting
out
out
there.
right now.
People
But,
are messed up in Colorado. Ugh,
yes, sir.
everyone.
Hey, shrooms have healing properties. Okay.
I got family who lives out there. It snowed the other day. I guarantee you, people are walking around in shorts. Like, man, it's hot out.
No, my girlfriend's from Colorado. She's from Denver originally.
Ah,
So yeah. Anyways, yeah. So it'll be really. That's one of the Rock Online winner maps I really will pay a little bit closer attention to than I normally do, because I like to see what's getting played. Let's see here. Like I said, I had a win a map on Sunday.
Yeah.
That was fun. I had 12 players. It's pretty good.
I mean, for a winner
That's
map,
that's almost as
12
many
for a winner
as
map is good stuff.
that's almost as many as Eternal Games regional. So that's fun. Uh, it was cool, man.
Just low key,
Just low
just
key
needling, just
throwing dirt. Yeah.
just
No, but you know
kicking,
what?
just
You know
kicking
what?
dirt in faces.
No, you know what? I'm really happy about the turnout. Is all.
Got to be more
My
inclusive.
my brother and my nephew finally came and played a competitive game.
That's good.
Yeah, it was fun. The prize was Lockjaw.
Oh,
And so the teams, so we do 300 modern limited.
ooh, limited. I like limited, man.
Yeah, because
WizKicks, take notice. Limited. People like limited.
yeah, we're doing the league, right? So it's a 6 month league. This is month 5, and yeah, lockjaw prize, and it showed, man, because the teams were super competitive compared to what they have been. We had two
Well,
vultures, two Hawkeyes. The winning
oh,
team had vulture and Hawkeye on it.
are we gonna debate Hawkeye now? We've been
No,
talking about it for a while.
no, but it's really good. And then
Does it need to be watch listed?
I mean, not now. He's almost retired. I did
Well,
watch Volt. I
talking
did
about
watch.
Vulture.
Oh,
Hawkeye's
okay.
rotating. Vulture.
Yeah,
Does it
yeah.
need to be watch listed?
I mean, watch list doesn't necessarily mean you're changing it. So yeah, sure, watch list it.
Okay, does it need to be changed?
Mm, I don't know. I guess it depends on what formats you care about.
Any format.
Because it doesn't play the same in every format.
Why not?
Because some formats have ID cards, some formats have retaliators, some formats are golden age and have way cheaper perplexes and or things that can stop perplexes and
Cheaper than Big Tony?
yeah.
What's cheaper than Big Tony for Perplex?
Con artist.
Yo, no one's going back that far to play con artists. Get out of
I
here with
do.
that
I play
nonsense.
con artist.
You stupid.
I will
No
go
one's
get a
playing
con artist. I will go get a con artist on my garage right now. If you
Go
make
get a con artist. I'll throw my shoe at you. No one's playing con artists. Get out of here with that nonsense.
Anyways,
Stupid ass kid crew with your 20-point destiny as well.
yep.
Get out
I
of
got
here.
I got a Black Panther, a con artist, and a Destiny sitting in a bin right now,
Of
right
course you
next to each other.
Of course you do.
Anyway,
What was the other one? Domino. I think that was one of
no,
the ones
Domino's garbage.
that
Feel like
was
people
was
play
Lamp.
Domino.
That was a Lamp team.
Lockjaw, lamp
Lockjaw,
was Lockjaw.
Poison, Domino, and you would have like what was it?
No, it's Joker. It's,
Joker.
yeah, armor piercing, mastermind, poison.
Yeah.
Anyway, way off subject. What were we talking about? Oh, I win a map. Yeah. It was cool, man. We had Shredders. There was a Venomverse team. What else do we have? My guy, one of my locals, Barry. He's been top 4 pretty consistently of these events, and he's been playing like a Medusa, um, title cap. Guys pulled like 5 title caps. So he's like,
Oh, that's horrible,
he's,
man.
he's like, I might as well play it, you know. So he plays title caps, Daredevil.
Ooh.
So his team, he changed it up. He's been playing Medusa, and he changed it up this month. And he played Medusa, or not Medusa, title cap, Daredevil, and wow, what the heck did he play? So I have a sheet right here.
I got all the papers right in front of me.
All the papers right in front of me.
Let me just try and guess, though. Let me try and guess.
Let me put my
looking
glasses.
like an accountant now. All of a sudden.
Well, I can't see to read, so screw you. All right. Barry. Oh, Mr. Oz.
Mr. Oz is amazing.
He played Prodigy. That's the other piece he played. Yeah, that was a cool team. Let's see here. We had Odin, Doc Ock. That's a good team. Shredders with Dawnbreaker. That was fun.
Ooh, Dawnbreaker. I gotta get him in something.
Full Point Black Panther with 2 Billy Batsons. Gotham City. Leslie Tompkins, Robin, Alfred, Robin, Batman Beyond. Yo, that Batman Beyond just came in and wrecked the Bizarro Green Arrow. because it's like, oh, I don't care. I still target everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Batman Beyond is good. Like he would dominate some popper.
there's a Hawkeye team, and unfortunately, the player went 2-1, and his only loss, and he was fifth place, so he didn't make top four.
Oh.
His only loss was because he showed up late.
Oh, that's rough,
He
man.
missed top cut by 48 points.
That's rough.
Yeah, that
How
was
late was he?
30 minutes.
Jesus, that's rough.
Yep. Rob Gallagher won again. This is the third month in a row he's won. His team was so he actually has a lot of figures he can't play because when you win, you're not allowed to play those figures anymore as part of the league.
So half this guy's collection, he just can't even play
So
anymore.
you like boomerangs, Sam Cap, a lot of the stuff he can't play right now. Lockjaw, he's already burned through a lot of stuff. So he played two big Tonys, Zatanna, Perez Ricard, Hellion, Hawkeye, and Vulture. And his equipments were Beetle Pod, Octopus Arms, and
Proxima Spear.
Joker's Gas Can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, the Beetle Pod. Who did he put it on? Who did I see him put it on?
Like grants you what? That grants you toughness and then what? +2 movement.
+2 movement. I think it was a Hawkeye.
I mean, I'm sure that's helping him move and get out there and stuff.
Well, it also gives you flight.
Yes, it does.
So, let's see here. Venom, Spider-Man, Captain Venom, regular Venom, Raven, Bizarro Joker, or Bizarro Green I mean. And then the second place team was Captain America, the Earth X Cap, the Con Ellie.
Oh, that's good. The one that manipulates objects and then the good leadership.
Yeah. Vulture, Darwin, the Penguin, the Fast Forces one.
Okay, the token.
Billy Batson, Serpent Punisher, Serpent Spider-Man, 8 Batman, Big Tony, 2 Suited Henchmen, Exospecs, that went on Darwin, Octopus Arms, obviously on Vulture, and the Remaker Ring went on, I believe, Captain America.
Phew.
Like just for a little extra protection. Yeah, man, good teams. It's good time.
That's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah. Props to Robert. He's won 3 in a row, and
With 3 different teams.
Well, he won 2 winning maps, or he won 3 winning maps, but 2 league events. So there's that. But he won the current map at our state championship co-main event, which was also for a lockjaw, coincidentally. So when he won the second and third times, he did not take the map. He gave it to second place because he already has it.
That's cool. That's classy. I like that.
So props to him on that. He did take that lockjaw though, and I don't blame him.
I mean, I would take that lockjaw too.
Yeah.
But
so
that's classy to pass the map. That's
yeah.
That's what we call clicks karma. Having very good clicks karma. Paying it forward.
Yeah. So I just want to give him a shout out for doing that.
Nah, that's a stand-up dude, man. That's excellent. He deserves one. That's real cool.
Let's see what else. So yeah, we let's plug the Gongai Games event.
Absolutely, man. They're doing
I'm gonna bring it up.
A long time ago, they used to do an event where I think it was a cancer event as well. Bone marrow. They used to do if you donated bone marrow, you'd get probability controls and things like that. And they're doing the same thing for this event, I believe. They're giving out purple chips. Every time you donate $1, you get, like, I think, a probability control for that round or whatever it is. It's cool.
Lupus is purple, right?
Mm-hmm.
I found it.
There we go.
Let's see. So at Gongai Games Inc. in I believe it's in Beaverton, Oregon. I could be wrong. They have their Rock Regional, May 25th. It's a Lupus charity event. Costs $25 to enter. The pricing is your standard prizes for the regional.
Yeah.
And I believe they usually add stuff on top in the Pacific Northwest. They're pretty good about that.
Yeah, I think so.
It says additional prizing, gift cards, and bricks boosters at Gongai. Discretion based on attendance. Okay, well,
Hmm.
can't fault them for that.
No, absolutely not.
But yeah, I believe they're doing a deal. Let's see here. Oh, that's it. As far as that goes, I
They had
believe
a
that.
different one up that where you could buy in dollar probs
Yep,
for the event.
that's
They would give you a purple chip, and you could cash in the purple chip to probability control anything during your different rounds,
yep.
which I think
Um,
is awesome.
so here's something else just to kind of talk about it. Jason Carr shared this earlier today. This is with the Rock Regional happening in 4 days. I want to share the charity part of the event. All money collected from the sale or raffle tickets and prop for purple tokens will be donated to the Lupus Foundation of America. Wonderful people at Gongai Games have set it up so you can pay with either cash or card. Also, if you wish to just directly donate, this can be done at the event or just go directly to lupus.org. And then he gives an example. A shout out to Alex Furo, who was unable to make the event but decided to donate his entry fee. Alex, thank you so much. So for the next few days, I'll be highlighting the tokens and other goodies that will make this event special. And then actually, Jason did a video on this. I don't know if it's on his page or his personal page, where he show. Oh, here it is, right here, where he shows a bunch of the stuff that he's gonna raffle off. Um, so he'll kind of turn his phone here in a minute. Here we go. Look at all this stuff he's gonna raffle off: Spectre, Giant Man. He's got Throne Thanos, a bunch of Connollys, including like Bat Knight, Vampire Batman,
Ooh,
Red Robin. I believe that was a Joker Ellie there. No, maybe not, but a bunch of cool stuff they're gonna raffle off. So if you're anywhere in near the Oregon area, go check out that event. It's for a good cause, and uh, it should be a lot of fun.
absolutely, man. I
I know the
mean,
guys like to drink at their events. Look, here's a Surtur, and I think he says something like if you wear a purple shirt, you'll get entered into a raffle for Surtur. So
that's cool.
yeah, man, cool event. I wish I could
I wish I could.
go.
I mean, honestly, I gotta get out to the West Coast. I gotta
Yeah.
eventually get out that way. I keep saying it every time, but I gotta get out there eventually.
And then for those who are interested, just to kind of plug my own stuff, June 29th, we'll have a rock regional at Hobbytown, USA in Fresno, California. You can contact me for more information directly on my Facebook. That entry will be $30, I believe, and it has the standard regional pricing. I got a HeroClix tray made by Jeremiah Peterson for those who like those, to give to the champion. I also had a little engraved thing made to go on the plaque that comes in the rock kit that has the date and champion and all that stuff on it.
Nice.
So a little bit fancy. I'm working on some additional pricing and stuff too. And then Sunday, June 30th, we'll have a WizKids Open in the same location for $10. You're both 300 modern, so you have a chance to play two different teams if you want. And of course, WizKids Open will have battle royales. So both events start at 10. First round's at 10. Registration's at 9. So please show up early with your sheets filled out, and just do that anyways when you go to tournaments. Okay, don't if you're not gonna have your sheet filled out, at least show up early. Don't
That's,
show up at 10:05 when the event's supposed to start at 10 and be like, oh, I need to fill out a sheet. Come on, man, don't
be
be that guy.
prepared.
Yeah, don't be that guy.
Get on top of that. Now, for like my event though, on July 21st, Sarge's Comics and Games in amazing New London, Connecticut. It's a sealed event, so you can't write out your build sheets.
But you
So
can bring tokens and dice, and you can bring debris markers. You can bring objects. You can bring extra objects and extra debris markers for people to borrow. You can bring a line of fire tool because you'll probably need it.
I also have a whole bunch of those that I also have with me. So,
Shh, make them be prepared.
oh no, they're prepared, but I also make sure I'm prepared as well. So, I'm pretty sure we're putting aside, I think, three, possibly maybe four cases of Black Panther Illuminati, and we will be doing a sealed event with the Black Panther Illuminati, and then we will be running battle
Just for a
royals as well
WKO.
for our WizKids Open with the Black Panther Illuminati. So we will have both kits, the one for the actual main event and the one for the battle royals. And I have a feeling that there may be some people who will be passing on prizing for some of these figures coming out of the Black Panther Illuminati set. So it's going to be a good time. Uh, if you want more information on that, you can contact me directly as well about the Sarge's Comics and Games WizKids Open on July 21st.
There you go. Boom.
Big
Hashtag,
stuff going on.
hashtag plug. For though, what else we got to talk about? Anything else we want to talk about before we go?
I think that, I mean, we've pretty much hammered it. We guys have been we've been the Scott Porter videos were up. We got all the screen grabs on those. Thank you to WizKids for getting those up. Weird thing, they posted them up on Saturdays and
Wednesday.
Sundays
Well, they
as
started
well.
Wednesday. That's why.
Yeah, so I mean, we got some weekend previews.
That was kind of nice, actually.
Thank you to everyone who enjoyed me having a little fun mowing my lawn and putting and putting up my shout out. Hey, Howard, hit me up. Let me know if you want an Aries backyard map done. I got you. No ladders. They'll be banned as soon as we can get it made.
It's funny.
But yeah, I see stuff like that all the time, and it makes me chuckle. So I think I'm going to be taking more pictures and doing stuff like that on the page to try and draw up some fun and have some guys have some laughs, trying to take HeroClix logic and putting it into everyday type stuff.
Yeah. I've been really into comics lately.
You've been way more than
I've
into
been way into comics. So like, yeah, if you don't want to trade me your Ultra Chase Thanos, trade me your comics. I'll take those. This is full slow rolling up by my house right now. Anyway, yeah, trade me your comics. If you don't want to trade me your comics, fine, that's cool too. I think what I might start doing is I might start sharing my comics on the page also, like the stuff I'm picking up.
You should.
That'd be fun.
If you have it, take the HeroClix figure and put it with the comic book that is pertinent for it.
Yep. I just got actually. Oh, that would be fun. I do have. Well, I gotta wait for Black Panther to come out because I actually have some of the books from Black Panther. But I got the first appearance of Taskmaster this week.
I saw that.
Yeah.
It's up on your Instagram.
Yes, sir. And then let's see, what else did I get? I got some Venom books, and I got a ton of stuff. First appearance of Terrax.
Oh, you get that first appearance of Quasar too?
Quasar. Yep, I got first of him as Quasar.
Yes.
But not his first appearance in comics, but that is actually on its way. So that is in the Captain America book.
Nice.
Yeah.
If you thought people sending you HeroClix was bad, some of the stories that I've seen from him with people sending comic books
in envelopes.
That might be the next Ask Aries topic that I have, because I've gotten some people who have asked me questions about that. The next Ask Aries live YouTube video, depending on how my baseball schedule works out for this week, maybe me talking about shipping etiquette for HeroClix.
I got and if you're gonna mess something up, at least make good on it, right? Like, I got a refund on one, but the other guy is just radio silent, so he's getting a negative review.
Oh yeah, because he God, I don't know, and I've shipped them, so I mean, you gotta sandwich them in between cardboard. You gotta put them inside of a sleeve and a backer as well,
and put it in a box.
Wrap it in like cardboard and then bubble wrap. Like, you gotta
yeah.
You screw up one spine, the whole book is shit then.
Or you can go to Gemini Comic Supply, and you can buy these really cool cardboard boxes that are made for shipping comics. They're like $1 each. It's like you're paying that for a box anyways.
Absolutely. Maybe even more.
A bubble mailer is $1, right? For like,
Absolutely.
it's like you're paying the same amount of money. Please just do someone justice. Do them right. Ugh, anyway, frustrating. Well, that's it.
I think that's
I'm
it,
out of here.
man.
I'm out of here. Thanks, Aries. It's always good to talk clicks with you.
Always a pleasure, man.
Congrats to recent event winners. Good luck, everybody, on your pools. Let's see here. David Cologne, please pull that Ultra Chase and trade it to me. I already told my brothers, like, if one of you guys pulls the Ultra Chase, here's what I'll give you. It's my brother's way luckier at that than I am.
Oh yeah, I've seen the pictures you sent me.
Yep.
It's
So yeah. Good luck, everybody. Good luck to the guys in Pacific Northwest on the regional this weekend. Very excited about that. Exciting news coming out of The Rock. We've got Origins coming up.
we got a bunch of stuff coming up. We've got
Nope,
Origins,
nope.
we've got WizKids Opens, we've got so much stuff coming up. We
I think
have
this
the
is the
the Rock
first.
Open.
I think this is the first year in like 4 or 5 years where we won't have coverage at Origins. Kind of bummed about that.
You know that there's gonna be
We'll get info, but it
yeah, but
won't.
it's
It's not one
not
of
being able
our
to watch it on like
guys.
a Twitch. That's kind of rough.
Well, it's not one of our guys there either. It's usually one of our guys there, like Jay or me or whoever. So,
Hmm.
but Origins is coming up, which is obviously U.S. Nationals. Um, and then after that, we've got my regional. We've got WKOs after that.
We've got
Man,
the Rock Cup.
Rock
We've
Cup.
got Gen Con because there's also tournaments at Gen Con this year. The Rock is doing something there as well.
It's just August, right? Gen Con's in August.
I believe
So
so. So
we've got
we got some major stuff coming up in the next months.
WWE clicks.
Oh man,
We've got X-Men Regenesis, Dark
the su-
Phoenix.
the
Oh
summer
my
op
gosh,
kit, all that stuff coming out. We got a lot of stuff coming up, man.
it's crazy. I would say I have a new article up on the blog site. Go check it
Yep.
out. www.wordpress.com/2clicks from KO. Uh, it's all about trading the economics of HeroClix. I just talk a little bit about like tips and like kind of my thoughts on trading, doing trades and things like that. And then it'll kind of coincide with, I believe, next week. I think next week, maybe the week after, AJ will be doing a set review for Black Panther and Illuminati set.
I
So
think it might have been next week. He said,
I
but
know.
don't quote us on that.
Don't quote us because we're stupid.
In life, it's in the way.
Yeah. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. Again, thanks for listening/watching, and remember, the real fun begins when you're 2 clicks from KO.
Flex.